So I think it's fair to say across the Bluff City, when Willie Herenton talks, people listen. And tonight, on the eve of the Shelby County election, Memphis's first black superintendent and first elected black mayor is sounding off about the quality of candidates on the ballot. Action News 5's Joyce Peterson live with Joyce, what Dr. Herenton had to say.
Yeah, Joy, what Willie Herenton told me during our exclusive interview mirrors what he posted recently to social media, thoughts that got a lot of comments and have people talking. He felt an urgent need to speak up about the current state of black leadership in Memphis and Shelby County. He says black leaders are held to a higher standard, but today, he says few leaders meet that standard.
I was held to strict standards. I don't see that today.
Willie Herenton, Memphis's first black superintendent and first elected black mayor, worries about the candidates following in his footsteps.
You have people running for office that have no managerial experiences in accounting and finance, HR, but we're electing these people.
Herenton took to social media to express his frustration, posting trailblazers made enormous sacrifices to advance black empowerment, so a black man or woman could sit in the mayor's chair, superintendent's office, the commission chamber, judge's bench. It saddens me to witness the diminishing quality of some who now hold those offices unprepared.
I've always tried to approach matters with dignity, with respectability and statesmanship.
That's Willie Herenton in 1979, his first year as Memphis City Schools superintendent. He served 12 years as superintendent before running for mayor, holding that top job until 2009. Nearly 2 decades later, he is not pleased with what he sees in current leadership.
So I think we have a critical governance issue.
The Memphis history maker posting to Facebook, "When I watch our county borrow $125 million just to make payroll, I must say that name recognition is not a qualification. Family lineage is not a credential. Inheritance is a fine thing in property. It is a dangerous thing in power."
If we continue with the current course of action and the same people at the governance level making crucial decisions, when we have some critical performance issues, we have accountability issues, we have financial issues, I think it will be a grave mistake.
All right, and Dr. Herenton had people talking too when he said that he is in favor of the state takeover of Memphis Shelby County schools. He is highly critical of the elected school board. He also recently endorsed a candidate for Shelby County mayor. He picked Mikkel Lowry, the son of the late Myron Lowry, who was a Memphis City councilman and interim Memphis mayor. If you are interested in hearing more from Willie Herenton, he is going to be a guest on Action News 5's A Better Memphis program tomorrow at 4 p.m. Again, it's Election Day tomorrow. Stay with us for all the coverage. I'm Joyce Peterson reporting live, Action News 5.